In the world of entertainment, few moments can stop time. And that night, all eyes were on one figure, Zhang Linghe. The evening at the lavish Mikimoto Gala was supposed to be a celebration of luxury and beauty. Celebrities arrived in their finest attire, cameras flashing at every corner. However, when Zhang Linghe walked in, a different aura was immediately felt. Her smile was serene, but her eyes held something hard to ignore. On the other side of the room, Tian Xiwei was equally captivating. In an elegant gown that reflected the light of pearls, she seemed the perfect embodiment of the event's theme. But it wasn't just her appearance that captured attention. It was their interaction, almost imperceptible, yet powerful enough to spark curiosity. It all began with one brief moment. The camera caught Zhang Linghe's fleeting, yet meaningful, gaze. She didn't speak, didn't make a direct statement. But that was precisely where her power lay. A wordless communication that had fans speculating. Was it coincidence? Or a deliberate signal? Many believe the timing of the moment was too perfect to be considered random. Moreover, Tian Xiwei's slightly surprised yet faintly smiling expression seemed to confirm this suspicion. Social media immediately exploded. Short clips from the event circulated widely, replayed thousands of times, analyzed frame by frame. Every small movement, every change in expression, became the subject of endless discussion. Fans began connecting previously scattered dots. Some theories even suggested that this wasn't the first time the two had displayed hidden codes. From previous interviews to behind-the-scenes interactions, everything was being brought up again and re-examined. What once seemed ordinary now felt fraught with meaning. But what truly set the evening apart was the atmosphere. There was a subtle tension in the air. It was as if everyone in the room was aware that something was happening, something bigger than just a regular gala. Zhang Linghe herself remained calm throughout the event. She spoke only sparingly, smiled at the camera, and maintained a professional demeanor. But it was precisely this calmness that led many to believe she was hiding something. Meanwhile, Tian Xiwei appeared to be trying to maintain her distance. However, several times, the camera caught her glancing in Zhang Linghe's direction. It was a fleeting glance, but enough to fuel fans' speculations. The jewelry they wore also became a topic of conversation. Some fans believed their choice of accessories had a hidden meaning, a symbol or even a message that only the two of them could understand. Was this just an overinterpretation? Perhaps. But in the world of celebrity, small things often mean big things. And that night, every detail felt like a puzzle piece slowly forming a clearer picture. Interestingly, there was no official clarification from either party. No denial, no confirmation. Just silence, which only fueled the speculation. Some industry observers even suggested that this could be a carefully orchestrated strategy, a way to attract attention without having to say a word. If true, it would be one of the most subtle media tricks ever. But to fans, this was more than just a strategy. It was likely a true story, a relationship that developed behind the scenes, away from the public eye, until it began to unfold bit by bit. Clips from that night continued to emerge. Each camera angle offered a new perspective, and each perspective brought a new question. What exactly was going on between them? Was Zhang Linghe deliberately sending signals? Or is this all just the interpretation of overly hopeful fans? The answer remains a mystery. But one thing is certain. That night changed everything. From mere rumors to a global hot topic. From small whispers to major headlines. And perhaps that's precisely where the allure lies. When the truth isn't fully revealed, imagination takes over. And in the entertainment world, sometimes mystery is far more powerful than certainty. Now, all eyes are on the next step. Will they provide clarification? Or will they keep the public guessing? Whatever happens, one thing is clear. That moment at the Mikimoto Gala will be remembered as a turning point. A night where one look, one pause, and one subtle gesture could shake the entertainment world. And the story between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei may have only just begun. However, upon closer inspection, there was a small detail that many missed at first glance. During the photo shoot, Zhang Linghe appeared to shift his position slightly, not for the camera, but as if adjusting his line of sight. And right in that direction, Tian Xiwei stood, creating the illusion of a connection that felt too synchronized to ignore. Some observant fans even slowed down the video footage to its slowest speed. They noticed that for a split second, Zhang Linghe appeared to take a deep breath before averting his gaze. A simple gesture, but to many, it looked like a suppressed emotional reaction. On the other hand, Tian Xiwei also displayed a subtle shift in demeanor. Initially, he appeared relaxed and confident, but after that moment of gaze, his expression changed slightly, softer, more cautious, as if there was something he wanted to hide or perhaps protect. Speculation grew, especially as some fans began comparing this moment to their past interactions. They noticed a pattern: similar gazes, a constant yet seemingly close distance, and the way they avoided direct attention when they were in the same place. Another striking aspect was how the people around them reacted. Several guests were seen exchanging glances, as if realizing something the cameras hadn't caught. This spontaneous reaction only reinforced the suspicion that there was a deeper dynamic going on behind the scenes. Shortly after the event ended, keywords for their names immediately surged across various digital platforms. Discussions came not only from fans but also from entertainment observers trying to interpret the situation from a professional perspective. They noted that the moment had an emotional awkwardness that rarely occurs at formal events. Interestingly, neither of them directly addressed each other after the event. Not in interviews, not on social media. This silence felt like a silent agreement, which only further piqued the public's curiosity. Some believed that if there was nothing wrong, they would have already provided clarification. But the lack of an explanation only fueled the belief that something was being kept under wraps. Something that wasn't yet ready to be announced publicly. And amid all the theories, one thing remained central: the authenticity of the moment itself. Was it truly spontaneous, or part of a larger narrative? To this day, no one truly knows. But it's precisely that uncertainty that keeps this story alive, evolving, and increasingly difficult to forget. A few days after the event, new video clips emerged from previously unseen camera angles. In one clip, Zhang Linghe appeared to be on the verge of saying something before stopping. His lips moved briefly, then he smiled faintly, a small moment that felt meaningful to those who paid close attention. Meanwhile, Tian Xiwei was seen leaving the main area a little earlier than scheduled. No official reason was given, but many attributed it to the intensity of the evening. It was as if the longer he remained, the harder it was to hide what was beginning to become apparent. Now, this story was no longer just about one event or one night. It had evolved into a constantly evolving narrative, following each subsequent appearance and interaction. And as long as there were no definitive answers, the public would continue to watch, guess, and wait, because sometimes unsolved mysteries are the hardest to let go of.